My future bleak with emotions I'm renouncing. They say I got what it takes. Learning from my mistakes. Through decisions I made. Swear I'm hungry for cake. My heart black and my mind gone and my soul cries, but I don't. I start spaz to get too blow to get so high. Switch top.
I see my kinfolk. Oh no, he got the Nike hat on today. He ain't put the Cowboys hat on today. I ain't mad at you. Oh, you got the okay.
So
You
we
got
back
two shirts.
live. We back live. We back live. So we just gonna go ahead and pick up where we was. So yeah, fellas, come on, give me your thoughts on that Cardinals Seahawks game.
Man, I feel
Well,
like I'm saying the same thing, man. If you watch the game, then look at the score, it looked like Seattle was doing its thing, running, coming up and down the field. I did see when the Cardinals kind of changed up their defense, start blitzing a little bit more. That kind of slowed them down a little bit, but but Seattle couldn't stop them as well. They couldn't stop them from getting up and down the field. But Seattle's offense looked good, but their defense is struggling. Just like me and Tony was talking about. That boy Russell Wilson, man, even with the loss today, he's still my number one guy for MVP. Just the dimes he was throwing, he hasn't even had an MVP. Then they said he hasn't even got counted for like one MVP vote yet or something. Korea, something I read
right,
something like that. So
right.
yeah, he
We're
was
gonna
doing
touch
his
on
thing,
that.
but
We're gonna touch on that. My bad. Go ahead.
The Cardinals, they coming around to be a solid team. You know what I'm saying, defensively, and you see what they're doing offensively. But hey, Seattle should have won that game.
Well, I agree with Deron on basically everything he said. I do want to say that, I think earlier in the year, I put Cardinals in the Super Bowl or making a good run to the Super Bowl conversation out there. My brother kind of frowned at me on there, talking about the Cardinals. Look, bro, they get that defense together a little bit more than what it is, and if Hopkins and Murray can actually get on the same page, like he was when he was in Houston with Deshaun, you get what I'm saying, and they do a little bit something else with that running game because Drake is he's not it, but that what's that other kid Edmonds. I think he's starting to come around, with the threat of Murray throwing. Murray is showing to be the deep threat. I mean, the dual threat he kind of was last year and what Lamar Jackson was when he won MVP last year. You putting up 300-something yards, plus you sitting up here running for close to 100. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to stop that. And if this defense can get to a place where it stopped people like it did towards the end of the game against Russell, they didn't sack this dude until overtime. Sacked him like 2-3 times in overtime. Defense is like, yes, we're going to take this. We want this worse than you do. You get what I'm saying? If it wasn't for them icing the kicker, so to speak, that first time, then they'd have won it a little earlier when it took as long. But I'm not saying that we say we're going to talk about the contenders and pretenders next week, so I'll save the rest of my commentary for that. But yeah.
Okay,
Cardinals.
so as I was saying before I lost my signal or whatever, I said earlier in the year, man, I didn't think Seattle was a good team, specifically because I think that they are only a threat on one side of the ball. Russell Wilson is having a great season. Offensively, they have decided this year that they're going to let him throw the ball more and not so much rely on the running game like they have been in the past. They're trying to open it up more. But that's also leading to him throwing more interceptions. Like you throw the ball more, you put it in harm's way more. But so yeah, the offense right now is carrying that team. But if your defense can't stop nobody, if your defense is still giving up 30, 35 points a game, then how can you really be considered a good team? To me, that's a team with a great offense. That don't make you a good team. I mean, a great team. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Arizona is another team whose defense ain't good. Offensively, they have, some of those games where especially against a bad defense that is getting no pressure on the quarterback. Like, you looked at these teams, I think going in the fourth quarter, both of them had over 300 yards passing, a couple of touchdowns, and neither one of them had been sacked through 4 quarters of football. And so neither team is getting no pressure. And you want to, and I said this when Dallas played Arizona. The way you beat Arizona is through the air. That's how you beat them. You know what I'm saying? Because their secondary is not any good. Now, Russell Wilson is the best deep ball thrower I think I didn't ever seen. You know what I'm saying? As far as accuracy goes, he ain't got the strongest arm I've ever seen. But accuracy, that boy could drop it in the bucket, man, for 40, 45 yards. So, you know, I'm going to give him that, you know, but Arizona tried to get his game away. You iced your own kicker. You trying to kick a field goal on second down, you know, when they still got timeouts. And Russell Wilson gave the game away, threw it away, because they did the same thing to him towards the end of regulation, where they put all them people up and then they dropped out in the middle, but the corner came on the blitz, you know what I'm saying, and got the sack. This time, he see the same look, so he tries to get rid of the ball, you know what I'm saying? The receiver ain't even looking back for it, and he throws an interception. That sets it up. If he don't do that and he just, you know, take the sack or try and dump it off to a check down, then it probably ends in a tie, and you know they still undefeated. But that's the way the ball bounced. So
yeah, I think Russell's issue is, and anytime I see him when he makes a mistake, is when he's already made a decision where he's gonna go with the ball before. When he decide that he like, I'm going right here, initially I'm just gonna go here, and that's where his mistakes come from, to me.
Yo, Cardinals defense is not great. Not really. I don't know if I can say that there's a great defense in the league right now. There's some really good
Pittsburgh.
ones, but I don't know if I would say they're great because you let
Hey, that was great.
San Francisco is not great
Ain't
right
great.
now.
Pittsburgh's
Pittsburgh
pretty
is
good.
not. It's pretty good. That's what I'm saying. But it's not great. You let the Eagles come back on you and almost win. You let who they played today that I picked, Titans. You let the Titans come back from like a 20-point deficit and almost win. They just missed a field goal. Same thing with Philly, I believe. Philly missed a field goal. You see what I'm saying? So your defense ain't great. It's really good. It's not great. Tampa Bay, really good, but not great.
Okay.
My point is this. It's almost halfway. Hold on. It's almost halfway in the season. Cardinals have an opportunity for that defense to get better, especially if they can get Chandler Jones back, which they have been missing for the last 2 weeks from an injury. I don't think he's out for the season, but that's a big part of their pass rush and run stop right there. They get him back, get healthy. You got half a season left. Right. Defense could turn around. Kansas City did it last year.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't use the word great. Okay.
Maybe we'll talk about that later on.
But you have teams where that defense is still a top 5 defense, a top 7 defense. You know
in
what I'm
saying?
COVID
year, yeah.
COVID don't got nothing to do with it. It don't got nothing. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. We're not gonna blame COVID. Okay.
Yeah, we are gonna blame COVID.
I'm talking about
blame COVID. COVID has done a lot of things in 2020, and messing up teams and defenses with no preseason season games to see what you actually got. I got third string linemen because we couldn't see what they looked like to go out and get nobody else.
Get to your team.
Hold on. You talked about your team. You raised your hand, but with the way the NFL is set up, I don't think we gonna see great defenses like we used to, because even Bill Belichick said you can no longer win games just with a great defense, just because the way that they playing it, the way they setting offense is setting these defenses up. But I would say Pittsburgh is up there as one of the best defenses in the league that I've seen.
Okay, so we just gonna say the Falcons gonna Falcon. No need to discuss that.
Discuss them lines. Lions, baby.
Yeah, hey,
Man, get out of here.
I
Get
actually
out of here,
thought
man.
that
Falcons go Falcons, man. We ain't giving Detroit no credit for that, man.
I actually thought the Falcons was gonna pull off more than that one hit change coach wonder like
Yeah.
Houston did. I really thought they was gonna do it this week. But yep, Falcons.
They gonna Falcon.
We ain't got.
They did. I can't believe they did it like that.
We ain't got clipped again. Nose dive.
For real. Okay, Browns at the Bengals.
Man.
Oh man, that was a game.
I thought the Bengals gonna do. Man, the Bengals is trying to show that they're a good team, but they be losing it, man. And somehow the Browns that came up at the end and won that game, man. That was a good game.
That kid Burrow is something else. That kid Burrow is something else.
Oh, sorry, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Made some plays, start spreading the ball around and everything. Yep. So that really kind of makes me think, probably some other people think, is Odell the problem? He got hurt in the first quarter, and that boy started spreading the ball around, throwing to people I ain't never heard of. You know what I'm saying? And they came back and took it from Cincy, man.
They did.
Yeah. Cincy still had opportunities, bad. I'd say bad defensive play. Dude was right there, but heck of a catch by a dude I ain't never heard of. Peoples something.
Yeah.
He actually had a couple of good catches this game. So, when you think about it, maybe Odell is the problem. I don't know. Maybe not that way, Deron. Not that way, Deron. I'm not saying he's a problem in the form of like a cancer in the locker room, like they said Brown was, or anything like that. It's just, I guess you're trying so hard to get him the ball. You're trying to force it, and then you leave out all these other people. And that, you see what I'm saying? Because true enough, he go down, dude spread it to people I ain't never heard of seen either. And then next thing you know, his whole second half, Baker Mayfield looked like a totally different Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
I'm an NFL quarterback.
I'm with that, but it sounds like is Odell's fault, and that's on Baker Mayfield letting the game come to him and not trying to force the game the way he wanted to be. But I don't care what anybody say. You don't let, just because of that situation, you just don't let talent go because you think, you know what, my quarterback is going to do that. You saw what happened in Houston when he think, I can do. You need that security blanket. You need that on key moments to say he right there. It's time to go to my superstar. But I feel you. Baker could be forcing it to Odell.
The Houston situation is a totally different situation. You know what I'm saying? And so you had a situation with Watson and Hopkins where they had been together for years. You know what I'm saying? They had a real rapport. This in Cleveland, they are trying to force the ball to him. And you can say, well, that's on Baker, let the game come to him. Not when the dude is on the sideline throwing a temper tantrum, looking at you cross-eyed.
That's all receivers. That's all prima donna receivers, you know what I'm saying? Except for Julio.
Okay. Prima donna receivers. So that's what I'm saying. That's more pressure on him. It's pressure on the coaching staff because you don't want this dude to become, a distraction in your locker room. So they trying to force feed him the ball. When he comes out the game, now everybody on the low.
No. That's still on Baker as well as the coaches. I gotta agree with Deron. You the leader of the team. You the leader of the offense, bro. The whole team, really. But you the leader of the offense. Take what the defense give you, and Odell has got to learn, prima donna or not, bro. It's a team game. You know what I'm saying? As long as we get the W, that's all that should matter. You see what I'm saying? If you get to that point where you have that attitude and you go out there and you just do your job, it'll make it easier for Baker to start coming to you. Because once you start spreading it to everybody else and they realize, okay, this ain't working with us double teaming Odell like this, he's going to have some moments where he get open. And then you got to put that dude in position. Put him in a slot. That's what he worked better at, really.
I'm with you with the for Baker. Baker probably is because he don't have to worry about it. But if Landry and you like Odell taking two guys away from you, that tight end, and Odell is running a fly and he's taking two guys with him, you like him on the field. But I'm with you with Baker. Baker probably is a little bit, you know what? Let me go through my progressions and not look at Odell, and then try to figure something out.
Exactly.
My second read, but yeah, but Browns fans, don't get fooled. Don't get fooled because you don't let talent like that just walk out the door because you think it's going to be better with him gone. I'm telling you, it's not.
It might. It just might. It might be better. It might be better, especially if they could turn around and get a first-round pick from somebody. You know what I'm saying? And Odell leave, and Baker is able to continue to just spread the ball around and not have to worry about feeding no one particular guy, and you get an extra first-round pick.
You're not getting the first. You're not getting the first for Odell. Odell's not worth the first no more.
Why
he ain't shown nothing since he's been there to be worth the first. You may get a second, but I'm not giving up first-round money plus the money that he still owed for somebody that can't see. You've had a bad rep at the New York, okay? You got a bad rep from leaving New York. Now you got somewhat of a bad rep here in Cleveland, even though you ain't kicking over fake field goal nets or anything like that and getting yourself hit in the face. But the fact that you just proved the point, the fact that he wasn't on the field, you didn't have to worry about him because he ain't crying or whining or begging for the ball or whatever the case may be. I'm not about to bring that to my team, giving up a first-round pick. Wow.
Let me say this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you go in. Now, there probably is some team out there that give a first round. It's not a whole bunch of them like there would be. But there's somebody that I think that would, because if you couldn't make it on in Giants and you couldn't make it on the Browns, yes, your value is starting to take a little hit. But let me go back to it. That was the Bengals. I understand, but that was the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need Odell when y'all play Pittsburgh. You're going to need Odell when y'all play Baltimore. So all you need is one team, like Ann is saying, all you need is one team to give you a first, and you got a first, so it really don't matter. But if the Browns are shopping him, his value does go down a little bit, but it's still a world-class talent, you know what I'm saying, that you can't deny. So somebody out there is going to be like, I'll do it.
Odell didn't do nothing last year against those teams.
Okay.
I don't see you being that big of a deal this year, in my opinion, if I still got to go back to doing what I was doing. If I got to go back to worrying about you, you're more of a hindrance than a help. I'd rather spread the ball.
The Bengals.
I'd rather spread the ball and take what you give me.
Okay, so Buffalo gave up a first-round pick for Diggs. And so I find
he's way more productive.
I think but he also has had better quarterbacks than what Baker has had to deal with. Like, let's not pretend like Odell has been playing with Hall of Fame, Pro Bowl caliber quarterbacks. He's been playing with an old, broke down Eli Manning.
And who was Diggs played with? Kirk Cousins, and now he's with Josh Allen. Are those Hall of Famers? Are those world beaters? Are those top elite quarterbacks?
Kirk Cousins has proven that he can throw for 5,000 yards in the NFL. And if you think that Baker Mayfield and an old broke down Eli Manning is better than Kirk Cousins right now, then we got to have a real talk.
When he first got there with Eli Manning was better than Kirk Cousins.
He wasn't better than Kirk Cousins then.
Okay, well, we're going to agree to disagree. We're going to agree to disagree.
And Odell was putting up better numbers and more productive than Diggs when he was with Eli when he first got there.
Exactly.
Okay, so you talking about how he wasn't productive with Eli.
I didn't say he wasn't productive. I didn't say he wasn't productive. I didn't say he wasn't productive. I said Diggs has been more productive as of late these last couple of years than Odell is.
Way back.
Okay,
that's because you talked about the quarterback situation. That's the only reason why I went back. That's the only reason why I went back, because you talked about the quarterback situation. My point is, the quarterbacks that Diggs have is no better than the quarterbacks that Odell has had. They about equal, in my opinion.
Okay, well,
Okay.
that's a bad
Let's go.
opinion
Let's
because
go.
I'm gonna tell you right now that
It's
Kirk
mine. It
Cousins,
ain't bad because it's mine.
well, it's bad to me. Kirk Cousins and Josh Allen is better than having to deal with old broke down Eli and Baker Mayfield. And so that's it is a dependent position. I do think that they could get a first round pick for him. If we didn't have
Ow.
such studs on the outside, I'd be advocating for us to go get him. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the Steelers and the Titans.
Man.
That was the barn burner you said it was gonna be, bro.
I said that. I
And-
told
and-
you.
and- well, yeah, we all said that was the game of the week with no doubt. At first, at the halftime, it didn't seem like it was going to be, but then they made it a game. They made it a game. You know, Pittsburgh had first half, Titans had the second half. Titans just made some mistakes not to go ahead and take them over the top. You know, but I told you my dad, a Pittsburgh fan, he came in there, calling me crazy at halftime. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I ain't want to hear him. And I'm at the second half, I was calling him like crazy, like what's happening? And you know what I'm saying? He was upset, but it was a good game, no doubt.
Man, Titans almost pulled it out for me, man. I don't care what nobody say.
I'm liking them more.
Brian Tannehill is underrated, in my opinion, in this league. He's underrated. Is he elite? No, but he underrated. He's underrated. That dude has been balling since last year, since he made that switch from Miami to Tennessee and got with a good coaching staff that actually got a scheme fit for him and is teaching him how to do everything the right way. That dude got him to the NFC Championship last year. He had them 5-0. You see what I'm saying? They almost was 6-0. Helped bring them back in the game that should have been gone. And this is why I say Pittsburgh's defense ain't great to me, because you let this team come back. Now, they held Henry in check for the most part compared to what Henry's been doing this year. They didn't let him get 100 yards rushing, but he was still effective enough, scored a touchdown to let Tannehill help bring them back. Tannehill's underrated, man. Tennessee is gonna be something to deal with, bro.
Yeah, I'm somewhat surprised by Tennessee, even though I had them. I kind of picked them to win that division. With the coach right there behind them, so I am slightly surprised at how good they've looked. But I knew it was going to be a good game. Tennessee is a team that against these top level teams, where everybody kind of counts them out, they have shown a propensity to play extremely well. And to make it a game and oftentimes to win those games. So, I really thought that they really had a legitimate chance to win that game. I am impressed by Tennessee.
Tell you what, KC better watch out for Tennessee. This KC defense ain't good. And Baltimore, you're right. Baltimore too. They better watch out for Tennessee. Tennessee got a complete team at all. And they got a complete team, in my opinion. They got a pretty good defense and a pretty good offense, right? Especially with that running game. I don't think it's number one as a whole, but they got the number one rushing running back right now in Henry. Man, they got some pretty good receivers out there. Tight ends pretty good.
Brown.
They're pretty good. They're a pretty complete team in that AFC, bro. Kansas City and Baltimore better watch out. They better watch out for Tennessee.
Nobody talking about in the respect. They got a really good offensive line too.
Yeah,
and that's the backbone. Yeah,
one of the best. One of the best in the league.
If not the best. Not the best. And that's the problem with Cincinnati. Cincinnati hurting. The reason they can't win is they offensive line and they defense. They show up a little bit of both of that. Cincinnati be something tough come next year. They can get them a little bit better offense, because that quarterback, that boy hit. He ain't gonna be a Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, if they get the right pieces around him.
Right. All right, so we're gonna skip the Saints Panthers. We all knew what that was. And
but that's real quick on that, man. The Saints is really starting to disappoint me, man.
Not your contender.
They out of there.
Hey.
They out of there.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. I watch them. They have spurts where
We
they do something, but then they disappear. Like they play really bad football for stretches of time, and then try to put it back on. They really starting to disappoint me, bro.
check the tape that we didn't put. I said that about the Saints.
I
Looked
did
that
too.
crazy.
I did
Looked
too.
that crazy.
I did
They
too.
gave me that face, even though he ain't here. He gave me that face, and I told him.
I specifically brought up their defense. I said their defense do not look the same as it has over the previous 2 to 3 years. It looked like it's reverting back to what it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when they had to depend on Drew Brees to do everything and to outscore team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that defense was looking like. And like my brother say, I looked at cross-eyed, you know what I'm saying, when I called them a pretender. So,
But
but anyway,
I'm
we
gonna
kind
be
of
fair.
they were gonna handle the Panthers. So
I'm gonna be a little fair though. They've been missing Michael Thomas for about 4 or 5 games. One of them his fault for fighting. But I think he got hurt again, so he didn't play this week. So I'm gonna be a little fair on them for
They
that.
will
But
be
at the same
better,
time,
but they
at the
still
same
something
time,
missing.
at the
Something
same
missing.
time, yeah,
but
they don't have
again,
the same running game. That
what does that have to
don't.
do with what does that have to do with the defense?
Well,
Well, it's just like
not a lot. I
Kansas
mean, you
City.
can keep people
It
off the field a
does.
little bit
It
more.
does. Because when you score and you put the
Yeah,
offenses in that position where they got to throw, that's when they get those turnovers that they like to get. That's the same thing with Kansas City. Kansas City like to get up on top of you, put you in a position where you got to make a mistake, and then they capitalize on it. So it do make a difference, but they still missing something. It's something that I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's power running, another security blanket and a tight end. I don't know, but it's something that's with that team that's missing that they need.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead again. Bills, Jets. We ain't gonna touch on that. So we're gonna go transition of Chiefs, Broncos. We ain't gonna
hey,
touch on that.
hold on, bro. Hold on. Why we not touching on some of these games? Because
Well,
Chiefs
just make it.
Broncos,
Let's make it quick.
in my
Let's make them
opinion,
quick.
Chiefs Broncos should have a little touch because the Broncos, man, look like they starting to put some things together offensively and defensively. They gave the Kansas City a little bit of trouble. Yes, it was snow and all of that good stuff. It was, negative weather.
If they didn't have
But
the turnovers killed them. If they didn't have the turnovers, it would have been a better game. But my thing was the Jets was on top of the Bills. You know what I'm saying? For a whole half. I thought the
yeah,
Jets was gonna get off the snide, and I don't think they're gonna go 0-16. I do want to be the one that make that pick when they get that one. You know what I'm saying, and get that one win. But I
Donald,
didn't think it was gonna be the Bills. But
yeah,
they played a good game. It was a division game, and I should have thought of that. That was a division game, and it was gonna be closer than what it was.
yeah. But Donald they're gonna have to switch
Yeah.
quarterbacks or something because dude looking bad. Dude
Well, no,
looking bad, man.
he's on the block. They talking about he on the block because it looked like they gonna get Trevor Lawrence.
Well, I mean, if they can keep losing, they might as well sell out and get Lawrence. You got people that I'm not gonna even go on that.
What
Never
y'all
mind.
talking about, man? I thought
We
y'all
talking
talking.
Jets with Jets and Bills. We
We,
talking about Jets and Bills. How
we said we was
the
gonna make it quick.
Jets was on top of them boys in the first half.
Yeah, and I was saying they got to get rid of Donald and Deron was stating that they say he on the trading block, a chopping block, whatever block they got him on. But yeah,
Quinn
they
Williams too. That defensive tackle from Alabama, he on the block too. I think they going on a selling spree. Yeah.
Well, and, maybe we can probably get him. We need some help.
All right, go ahead.
What, bro? What?
Go ahead,
no, man.
So the reason why I was trying to skip through a lot of these games, basically we all kind of knew who was gonna win them games. Ain't really much to talk about. I see some chinks in the armor, but then again, the Chiefs defense wasn't really good last year. Like they went on a run towards the very end of the regular season and it carried over into the playoffs. But they wasn't a good defense last year. You know what I'm saying? For vast majority of the season. So for me to see teams be able to put up points and move the ball against Kansas City ain't really a shock to me. Offensively, they just so explosive. At any point, they could blow the game open. So I really want to get on some of these games, that was more competitive and looked better, at least, to me, more visually appealing. So let's go to Buccaneers and the Raiders.
I didn't get to watch that game, and I hate it because my nights has been messing me up with my job, and so I end up calling myself just gonna take a little quick nap, and try to catch the highlights and all that. Yeah, I slept a little longer than I want, so I didn't get to see much of that.
It was competitive in the beginning. It looked like at the very end, it was, they pulled away. But the one thing I saw though, I'm seeing people getting a little side eye to Brady, man. I saw Mike Evans on one play just like look like, man, why are we making a big deal about this dude? Because he make good plays, but some plays he just be overthrowing them. Just so it was a pretty good game. Tampa Bay got on top, I think, and then Raiders started to come back, and then Tampa Bay put it on them at the very end.
Yeah, Mike Evans better sit down before he find himself in Cleveland with Baker Mayfield or something, or the Jets. Every quarterback gonna overthrow some, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, like, would you rather Brady or Jameis Winston to come on back, and throw you the ball?
He probably had better numbers when he was with Winston.
Well, he did.
Think about it.
He had way better numbers with Winston than he got right now, and I think that's the thing.
Jameis
but he got
the ball to him, and he would throw 5 picks in a game, and they would lose, with the other team going away. Like, bruh, you got to be willing for your numbers to take a hit because Brady is going to spread the ball around. He's not going to just look for you. He's going to look for whoever he think is open and gives who has the best matchup. And so you need to sit down and shut your mouth and smile because your team is 5-2, sitting atop your division, which I'm sure he has never experienced in his time in the NFL.
No. But, is this a contract year? Maybe that's why. Maybe it's a contract year for him. You know what I'm saying? But he should have known that this was going to be the case because Brady has never really had a number one receiver like that except for Moss. You know what I'm saying? So, like my brother said, Brady spreads the ball out. He is not about to force the ball to you just because you consider the number one receiver on the team. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
it's not going to happen. So
the 2 times, the 2 times I saw him roll his eye, one time he was wide open. It was a pass interference play, and he got kind of slowed up. But you can tell he wanted to go celebrate in that end zone, and you can just see it on his face. But you're right. He better just go ahead and understand that you don't get to win all the time in the NFL. He should know that by the time he's been in the NFL. So, enjoy this time that you got, and move on. But I'm watching him. I'm like, is he over there? Side mouthing Brady? You know what I'm saying? I'm watching him. He was upset. He was mad.
I tell you what, though, he better learn how to prove himself reliable. That's what gets you in Brady's good graces. That's what's going to get him to bring the ball to you. You show that you're going to be a team player and that you're reliable, you can consistently get open and catch the ball, he'll come to you more. Moss still had great numbers in New England, even though they didn't get to win a championship with him. You know what I'm saying? But Moss was a team player there as well. He didn't bring that prima donna diva stuff over to the Patriots with Brady. So Evans better go and put that on the shelf, man. Tell that other side, look here, I need you to sit down over here right quick. Let me go over here so I do what I need to do to win this championship. Because that's what's going to help you get your contract for real. If you go ahead, suck it up, be a team player like y'all say, you know what I'm saying? Run your routes, Chris, like you're supposed to, because Brady is a timing quarterback. This is all about timing. It's precision. Get on the same page, bro.
Yeah, I think another thing in the back of his mind, he know you about to have another receiver up in there that's just as good as he is, and going to be like, and when AB played one game with Brady, he had a touchdown and another one almost had 2 touchdowns in that particular game. So, I know he a little salty right now, saying, why y'all got to bring another dude up in here when I'm over here?
The thing is, the little slot dude, Brady Love is. Yeah, that dude had over 100 yards receiving in a touchdown. So that's why you in your
Who's it?
feelings. Look here, man.
Yeah.
The Scott Miller dude.
AP, we still got Chris Godwin. We will send you to New York, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make you go buy a winter coat. You better sit down and shut up. All right. Next, let the Jaguars and the Chargers. Deron, don't look like that.
like that.
Because when I say next, you put your eyes up like, man, I don't even want
No,
to.
I'm looking at here. I'm looking at what games when you said.
Okay.
Another dude that I didn't see it.
Me neither.
Like, but this boy right here.
Who's that?
Like
Herbert dude? I saw it. Picked him up in fantasy weeks ago. I watched him one game. I say, yeah, let me go here and grab him because I think this dude. Because I'm sorry I cut you out, Deron. This dude was so cool and calm in the pocket. And the game I watched, I can't remember what game it is right now.
Had to be the first game.
That dude was unfazed. And I don't think I watched the first game. I don't think I watched the first game. It may have been the second game. But that dude looked unfazed. He looked calm. He looked cool. He looked collected. You know what I'm saying? He throwing ball. I say, yeah. Let me go snatch him up real quick for somebody else find out what he do and he keep this going. But yeah, I think I said it last week. That dude Herbert.
Yeah, well, from
Herbert's
the first
something else.
game, when I'm saying I didn't see it, I'm thinking about the draft and I'm thinking about when they picked him. But since the first game, he's been everything that you can ask for. Since the very first time he stepped on the field. And I saw a stat on this dude, him and Patrick Mahomes, only quarterbacks NFL history in the first 5 games, throw over 270 in each of their very first 5 games that they played, or 250s, something like that. This boy is, he's doing his thing, and he's only going to get better. So the Chargers, they made a great pick that I did not see.
And the knock on him coming out was his lack of accuracy. He wasn't considered as that accurate of a quarterback. And I am, pleasantly surprised by the dude. I mean, the dude has been looking phenomenal for a rookie. He's a guy that gets out there, he plays football, he just makes plays. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the ball, he can move with his legs a little bit. He got the arm strength. I feel bad for Tyrod, man. Every time Tyrod goes in there and get a job. God dang, man.
Is he healthy? Is
Great,
he healthy?
bro.
I know a team that could use him. Is he healthy?
Well, I know he got hurt early in the year, but I'm like, come on, man. Like, this dude can't catch a break.
Yep.
Every time he goes somewhere and think he going to start at least for a year, you know what I'm saying? Man, they pull that battery out of his back so quick. Okay, so now we get a chance to laugh at Drake. We get a chance to laugh at Drake and the Houston Texans. Boy, this is funny to me.
Well, we knew he wasn't going to win this game. Everybody knew he wasn't going to win this game.
I know, but it's funny anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't scored until they ain't get in the end zone till the score was 21-0. You know what I'm saying? And then when you did score, Green Bay backdoor and score. You kick a couple field goals, you score again, Green Bay backdoor and score. Like, it's just, you gonna tell me that your defense ain't trash? Hey, you better get out of here with that wet toilet paper defense you got over there. Then you kick an onside kick, you recover, and you fumble on the very next play.
Yeah, that was sad. That hurt.
Oh man. So that's funny to me. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? The despair of the Houston Texans is gumbo in my belly. You know what I'm saying? Since my mama made gumbo, it is so pleasing to me. Go ahead, fella.
I'm smiling, laughing because it's funny, but at the same time I'm crying inside because my team. I don't even have nothing to say, bro. I don't have nothing to say about the Texans right now.
Man, let them have it, man. Let them have it.
But no, I can't let them have it because one argument he would bring up that I have to agree with.
No. He not.
No. They are playing way better teams than we playing. We're getting hulled out. I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. Deron, go ahead. I'm done talking, bro.
Well, no, it's
so my-
that game right there is like them other games that we talked about. I didn't envision them to beat the Packers at all, in no way, shape, form. Even with the hurt Aaron Jones, which I didn't take out my fantasy team, I still knew they weren't gonna slow them boys down. So they ain't have no hope for that game. And if I knew Dre picked them, but everybody else on here, we knew that ain't no way they was gonna beat the Packers. Not the
But
Packers.
let me ask you something. How is it that a top 5 quarterback can't beat no good team, man?
Because
Really?
he got a sorry defense. Now, let's just be real. He do still putting up points.
Drew
But you can't.
Brees did it for years when he was a top 5 quarterback.
He ain't have a defense this bad.
That you have to be able to overcome your defense or your offensive line or whatever from time to time to beat some good teams. Like, you can't lose to all the good teams and call yourself a top 5 quarterback. You can't do it, bro. Peyton Manning had bad, horrible defenses for years in Indianapolis. He still was able to beat the good teams.
But he had weapons though.
He had weapons to help him put up all them points. They gave away their weapon, remember? For a running back.
Come on, man. Come on. All right, come on.
Last I heard is that, with all of the speed, they had people.
But we knew that though.
And you know what I'm saying? He was gonna be spread the ball around. Like, how you gonna defend all this speed all over the field with Deshaun Jackson, who's the top 5, Deshaun Watson, who's the top 5 quarterback in the NFL, baby? Everybody says it. Everybody says it, baby.
Dre ain't here, bro.
Yeah, he ain't here.
He ain't here. So
I thought, come on, God, bro. Explain this to me, man.
Hey, that ain't my squad, man. I can't.
Oh, that ain't your squad. That ain't your squad. All right. I'm gonna go and move on, but it's still fun.
Don't move on to who you about to move on to.
He got to.
The football team and the blue team that they played. I don't want to talk about it.
we go.
You're right. Deron say you got to talk about it. Go ahead.
Man. We got. Do an ant. No, you did it. Do an ant, baby.
The only reason why, did we show that video? Why I said that was unprofessional?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta be professional then. I can't call them out on it and then turn around and do the same thing.
All right, come on.
That's how I feel, though. That's how I feel, people out there and that's watching this podcast. That's exactly how I feel right now. I don't think I felt this bad about my team, our team. Me and Deron, we got the same team. I don't think I felt this bad about the Cowboys team since the 1-15 with Jimmy Johnson. I don't think and we've had some bad years since that time. We've had some bad years.
Yeah,
even with Jason Garrett.
Deron wasn't a Cowboy fan back then.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. The only thing I was just about to say, the only reason it wasn't that bad because I was so young and I was, football on up there to me. Playing basketball was more fun than going to watch football. So with me investing, me being old and I ain't out on the court no more, I can't just leave out here and just go to the playground. I gotta sit here and take it. This is one of the worst I didn't see. And just like I said 2 weeks ago, we're a bad football team. This is what we are. We just be bad on all phases of the game, from coaching, offense, defense, to desire to want to be out there. I told somebody today, I just want to see y'all want to be out here. That's what I want to see. And you can tell they try to muss up that they want to be out there, but after that, I think it was like the second drive, you could see it. Like they knew we can't do nothing to this team. We can't.
That's because they ain't trying, bro. They ain't trying. I'll squash all that whole coaching stuff. Y'all are grown men getting paid millions of dollars, and I don't see the effort out there. Y'all ain't got no heart whatsoever. Y'all just laying down for these teams right now. Ever since we lost Dak, ever since they lost Doc, it was so bad. It's so bad. This would make me mad. So bad. You had no emotion when your second string quarterback got smashed on a helmet to helmet while this dude is sacrificing himself. Nobody. Ain't nobody come up off the bench. Ain't
They ain't
nobody
want to
swinging
fight.
nothing. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll pump y'all up. Maybe that'll, cause a spark or whatever to bring y'all together. But y'all ain't do nothing. Nothing. Y'all didn't
Yeah.
even go out there. I ain't seen nobody go out there and get on a knee and pray for this man. I ain't seen nobody go and try to, dap him up and say, hey, you all right? We got you. We praying for you. None of that. Now I understand Dak's your quarterback. Y'all got love for Dak. He been with y'all for 5 years, fought through some games. He bring you back. You got some hope with Dak. Evidently, you don't feel like you had no hope with Andy. But still, y'all are, I ain't going to say that on TV. Y'all weak. Y'all whack. Y'all just, man, y'all had no heart. If it was up to me, and I know I couldn't do it, but it'd be some key people getting fired. I'd be sending
Yeah.
out a message if I was Jerry Jones. It'd be some key people getting fired. And as much as I like D. Lawrence, you might be the first one to go, bro. You had a good day today, too. You had 7 tackles in the sack. But hey, you know what? Yeah, I think we're going to let you go. We're going to just
Okay.
go on and plan for the draft. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy would have done it. Jimmy would. He may not have let go of Lawrence, but he'd have let go of somebody that was important on the team to prove a point because he did it before.
Yeah.
Something needs to change, bro.
Yeah.
Something
You
needs to change, and
true
it's
that.
not just coaches; it's the players. Now, Nolan, I'm starting to say, but you can't fault Nolan when you had no offseason, no preseason. You don't know what these guys really can do. You're forced to keep people based on what you see in practice. Most people ain't gonna really show you what they got till it's time for game time. That's when they come alive. Dak was the same way. Dude was terrible in practice his rookie season. What did he do when it was his time to play? Dude went 13-3. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes that getting in the preseason, hit somebody else, and being able to see the concepts come together against another team as opposed to your own team where you just gonna run a little small basics here and there. They suck, dude. Y'all gotta get some heart, get some nuts. I'm gonna say that. Get some nuts. Grow some, grow a pair. Let them hang. Something, bro. Right now,
Yeah.
man.
It was a play that you're right that the quarterback was running and 2 guys had a chance at him. And my main guy right now that I'm looking at that I'm just tired of because me and my brother we going back and forth and he like he mad at Jalen Smith and I'm saying Jalen Smith that's the one you mad at. Man, I'm so tired of Vander Esch, right now. It was a play that he had the angle on the quarterback. It was a 3rd down play too, and the quarterback just slid off of him and ran for a 1st down and ran out of bounds. And
None of them
that's
can
when
tackle.
that's what I was saying. That's the heart right there. That's the heart.
You
And
can
then
that's
I like my 2nd round pick, Diggs, but he let a dude just run right past him. Just run right past him. And I'm thinking, is that something that the coaches is telling him he should do? So it's hey,
I don't
bad
know, but I
football
know
team.
Thomas should have had a touchdown. He was wide open, blown coverage. They
Yep.
run in the zone, dudes cross, and nobody goes with him.
Yep.
Come on, man. Come on.
And that's
You got to know your assignment and
that,
know
but
what you're supposed to be
that's
doing.
to me is me to coaching because it's been since the first week. Guys has been running wide open. If y'all need to simplify it, because it's not just one person is this happening to. Dudes are running wide open against this defense, not one person, but against everybody. That's
7
something.
weeks.
That's something on
7
coaching.
weeks.
That's
How's
something on
that
coaching
coaching?
though.
7 weeks. You supposed to be able to pick this up after 7 weeks. And they already said they tried to simplify it for them. 7 weeks. So what is it? Are y'all slow? Or y'all just don't want to play? Is this your way of rebelling? Hoping that Jerry Jones fire Mike Nolan if you don't play with some effort and tackle and do what you need to do? Come on, man. You got a rookie quarterback. I think that dude's a rookie. It was Kyle Allen.
Yep.
He looked like he was a superstar out there for most of the game. Like he been in the league for a minute. Just picked y'all apart. Like y'all was just standing still. Man, just grow some. That's all I'm saying. Grow some. I'm done. Who's next?
I am. So the first thing I want to say is that my baby cousin, came up on this camera and kept on pressing this issue, man. We all just bad teams, man. We all just suck right now, like we all just terrible teams. And the thing that I didn't say to him then that I can say to him now is that there's levels to this. There's certain levels to this. We all ain't bad on the same level. Some people's bad is much worse than other people's bad. And right now, Dallas is on another level bad. You know what I'm talking about? I get the injuries. Trust me. Y'all see what my squad going through. You know what I'm saying? And I put my team's injuries against anybody's in the entire NFL. I don't care who it is. Some teams, I let them combine their injuries. I still think we probably got more. But it's sad looking at Dallas, bro. It's sad watching them. And the thing, the worst thing to me is the front office. The front office seems completely, totally inept. In deep water, they can't swim. Nobody out there to throw them a life preserver. You paid this money to Jalen Smith early, trying to make a point, trying to get Zeke to come in the camp and say, hey, if you're out here and if you show up, we pay people. The door's always open. That's what Stephen Jones said. Pay this dude after one good season. And right now, Jalen Smith can't start for another team in the NFL. The entire NFL.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
He's second in the NFL in tackles, man.
Right, because your team is so bad, they on the field so much, specifically your defense. So he's getting far more opportunities than anybody else. The dude can't change. He can't change directions. Yeah. He can't cover nobody. This dude today is running with a running back, pass interferes on him, and then celebrates, not knowing that the referee saw you pass in the field and get a flag, but you celebrating like you really did something. Ball hit him in the helmet. Turn your big jughead self around, and you can get an interception instead of a flag.
Everybody do that now. Everybody
I know. That's what I say. Everybody. And like I already said, like I always say, about him, he's supposed to be running downfield. That's coaching to me. That's why are you putting this dude in a position where he's not going to succeed? He's a downhill player. Even when they blitzed him that one time, and he got through, the dude threw the ball away. But that's the way you play this boy, downfield.
Okay, but he's your middle linebacker. You can't blitz your middle linebacker every down.
No,
if you talk about
linebacker when
downhill, you talk about him playing
he's not middle linebacker.
Yeah, he's not middle linebacker. He's strong.
Okay, you're strong side linebacker. Regardless, the fact of the matter is that you can't blitz him every down, number one. Number two, oftentimes the dude is going into the wrong gap in the run game. He can't change directions. He don't have good play recognition. I just told y'all last week, I saw when Arizona, y'all played Arizona, he talking to somebody next to him. They snap the ball. He's standing there. Next thing you know, he chasing a dude who ran right past him. I'm talking about an arm's length away, ran right past him. He ain't know where the ball was. Bruh.
Come on, man.
Y'all done paid this man. That's horrible. You done paid DeMarcus Lawrence. Bruh. That's horrible. Like, dude,
look. We're not about to attack their contracts because they got new coaching staff.
And I didn't say nothing, man. Can I have my chance to give my evaluation?
This is not evaluation right now.
I am.
You're not even evaluating the game no more. You're talking down on players and their contracts right now. You done got away from evaluating the game. That's what we're doing, evaluating the game.
We do like Odell. We going in tangents like we did with Odell. Just these tangents.
Okay. You're right.
But talk about the game. Go ahead, hit the game.
I did start criticizing.
Hit the game.
Front office and your players. But at the end of the day, man, I'm with my brother, man. And it's the same thing that I said about the Texans. Got to clean house. Got to clean house.
What?
It's time for a fire sale. The same way the Jets is selling off the whatever good players they think they got for draft picks. The Cowboys need to do the same because there's a lot of bad players on bad contracts on this team.
Yeah, I told somebody they needed a screamer. That's what we need up in here. And I told them, like I said before they got Mike McCarthy, I wanted Urban Meyer because he was somebody who's going to keep people accountable. That was going to scream at people and say, "Hey," and that's what we got we went from a clapper to a dude that just stares and just stare out in the sunset.
A screamer not going to work. Screaming not going to work unless you get rid of the players because they got used to the country club style locker room. So and they probably got some screamers, and that's why they complaining about the coaches. We don't know, but they probably got somebody screaming at them, and they that's why they complaining, which is a surprise to me because Rob Marinelli was a screamer. You know what I'm saying? He stayed on your behind as well. I don't understand, what the issue is. But yeah, we got some South people that need to grow up at. I wouldn't admit that before now, but I see it now. You get rid of your whole coaching staff and bring in another coaching staff, and you got insanity going on, doing the same thing the same way, expecting a different result. No, you can't keep blaming coaches, bro. At some point, you got to look at yourself, look at the man in the mirror, and decide to go out there and play like grown men and earn the money that you're getting. But at the same time, I gotta say, you bring in a new coaching staff that could not do nothing. You had no off season, no mini camps, no nothing. That is a hard thing to do. But you get a very small leeway because Carolina got new coaching staff, Washington got new coaching staff. Although Washington looks terrible right now. Who else? There's a couple of other coaches that Washington still look terrible. They don't look as bad as us right now, but they barely 2-5. You know what I'm saying? But Braun is starting to bring some things around. You get what I'm saying? So you got other teams that are progressing here at the half, coming up on the halfway mark, way above than what Dallas is doing. So it's a little coaching, but for me, from what I'm seeing on the eye test, there's a lot of grown men playing like boys around here.
I'm not gonna say Washington looks terrible. I think they played Haskins when they really shouldn't have at the beginning of the year. I think they took some losses that they probably wouldn't have if Haskins wouldn't have been playing. Kyle Allen played with Rivera last year in Carolina, so he kind of knew that system. He's a much better quarterback as far as running a system than Haskins is. So I'm not gonna say they're terrible. I said at the beginning of the year that defensive line was gonna be a problem. So defensively, they're gonna be a good team, and Kyle Allen just has to not make mistakes. But I guess we can go on and move on to the game of the week.
Nah, ain't no game of the week.
Jimmy G going back to face his old coach, his old team, man.
That ain't no game of the week. We already did the game of the week.
Yeah, we did. Pittsburgh and Titans.
All right.
Seattle and Cardinals was more of a game of week than
49ers and the Patriots, man. Give me your thoughts.
Hey, man, Kyle Shanahan doing his thing. He went to the run game. He's sticking to it. I heard about this run guy that y'all got. He came from Denver, and man, I want him to come over here. I can't remember his name, but he came from Denver. Jr.? I don't know, but he was with them for a while when they was switching up running backs, and they had a good run.
Oh, you talking about running back coach?
Yeah, who's this? Who's this dude? I need this dude to come on, get over here, man. So,
yeah, I don't care for Skip Pete.
Yeah, this I'm impressed by their running game. They lose a running back. They got another one. I heard I might have lost the new running back. Is he all right? The dude that was running real well.
He had he ended up with a ankle injury. They
Okay.
don't think that it's gonna be a high ankle sprain, but they'll probably know more next week. But Jeff
Yeah.
Wilson being with the team, he was mostly our short yardage back. You know, he the one when we get down in the red zone, he the one score touchdowns down on the goal line.
Yeah, but Shanahan is going back to what he's doing, what he's supposed to do, run the football, and y'all ran the ball well.
Well, I got to go back to my question I asked, I think, last week, a couple of weeks ago. You know, is Belichick what we really think he is? Brady doing pretty well over in Tampa Bay. They ain't doing too good in New England. Now, some people may say that's a Cam Newton thing. Maybe, maybe not. You know, but Bill ain't looking too good with the game plans he's normally coming up with and the schemes he's able to do to plan for teams. You know, they got handed they behind to him today, pretty handily, man, against the 49ers. You
They
know, and I
well,
picked the Niners to win, but I switched up for the simple fact, based on the coach. When I realized that they had a bye week, so you had 2 weeks to plan to play the Niners, you got plenty of game tape to watch, you know, and then you come out and lay a egg the way you did against that team. Yeah, I just that's my question, man. Is Bill? Are we starting to see Bill is not who we think he is without Tom Brady? Just a
well,
question.
I'm gonna say I'm kind of with you on it with this. That the same thing that you seeing with that's happened to Bill is happened to Bill O'Brien, the dude in Detroit, and
Kyle Shanahan.
you saw it you saw it at the end of this game when he benched Newton. I know Newton had the 3 interceptions. One was off a dude's hands. I didn't think Newton was playing that bad, but they rub players the wrong way, and that's why a lot of his star defensive players decided we're not gonna play for you this year. We scared of COVID. You know what I'm saying? They have something about players, and same thing with Tom Brady. With Tom Brady, like, you know what? I'll go somewhere else and play. And they get this attitude that they don't need players, and this is showing up. It's happening with New England right now. Too many too many defensive players which was their backbone before this year was their defense. Even when they had Brady, they decided not to play, and then you gonna just bench Newton to prove a point? Are you basically trying to say you about to go with this Stedham dude for the rest of the year? You know what I'm saying? Cam wasn't playing great, but he wasn't playing just terrible. You know what I'm saying? I think I saw one bad pick, but that one pick came off a dude's hands. So it's a running thing with these guys that think I can do it all by myself. And that's just not true. And just like with some of these players think I don't need a coach. You need both. You need good players and you need a good coach to win in this league. And, you know, I didn't understand him bringing in this dude at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it. You know, so I know it's Bill. You're supposed to trust Bill. But I started to feel that way, what you talking about, Tony, when I saw that happen, you know, in the game.
I find it funny that you mentioned Bill Belichick and O'Brien and these other coaches where they need, you know, these certain players, but you ain't mentioned Kyle Shanahan. Because Kyle Shanahan hasn't proven that he can win in San Francisco without Jimmy. I mean, he hasn't proven that. Everything that the evidence shows that he can't win hardly without Jimmy. You know, with his running game, with his play calling, and all of the bells and whistles. When Jimmy ain't under center, 95% of the time we lose. Against good teams, bad teams, it don't much matter. We lose. That's the first point. Second thing, you say Cam wasn't playing that bad. Like through 3 quarters, Cam had like 70 yards passing and 3 interceptions. Cam was playing horribly. But then again, my defense was playing exceptional. And, you know, it wasn't with much of a pass rush, but my defense was playing exceptional today. So where Cam could not do nothing. I don't think he benched him for Stidham, you know, trying to say that Stidham is a better option. But it's one of those things, man. And Kyle did the same thing to Jimmy. When Jimmy played against Miami, his ankle really wasn't all the way right. And he say, look, man, at halftime, he threw 2 picks. He say, look, man, I'm going ahead, sit you down, and we're going to bring in C.J. Beathard. The very next week, Jimmy was back in the starting lineup and played much better. I'm not saying that it's to get his attention or nothing like that, but Cam wasn't playing well. He didn't have it today. And so the game was already out of hand on top of that. Like, up to that point, I think they had scored only 3 points. The score was like, you know what I'm saying, 30-3 or something, you know what I'm saying, by the time he got benched. And it was after him throwing his 3rd pick. So I don't think that it's all on Bill Belichick. I still think Bill Belichick. So. Huh? Oh
no, I'm saying with you.
No, yeah. I don't think it's all on him either. But you still got to ask yourself, you know, as bad as it's looking right now against the teams he's played, you know, hey, was it really about Bill? Was it more about Brady? Do they need each other? Right now, Brady's doing okay, but Brady got a good defense. You know, Brady's doing okay. Started off a little rough. Looked like he's trying to find his groove. Grunt is finally, you know, getting back to old Grunt from what it seems to me. So you got to, you know, and then for Grunt to come out of retirement to go play with Brady, to me, speaks volumes as well.
It does. It does.
Yeah, well, just, you know, they was close friends. And so especially when Tom, it was official that Tom was leaving, you know, that made sense for Grunt, you know. And Tom has a lot of weapons. Cam don't have a whole lot of weapons in New England,
right,
which I took for granted last year when Brady still won like 10 games or something. And the guy who shall not be named was talking about how Brady didn't have no weapon. You know, I kind of dismissed it because N'Keal Harry was hurt last year. Edelman was hurt last year. They had a bunch of receivers got hurt last year, where they was bringing in dudes from the practice squad and all that type of thing. So I kind of made an excuse for it. But at the end of the day, Cam don't have a lot to work with. Cam ain't really a pocket passing type of quarterback. So Josh McDaniels is trying to make an adjustment to Cam's playing style to get him to play the best that he can possibly play. And I don't know if they've, you know, come eye to eye in that situation. But, you know, it's still a lot of football left, and we'll see how New England turns it around.
And when did Cam get added to the team? When was he actually officially added?
Yeah, it was a few weeks before the season started. Yeah, it was like 2-3 weeks right before the season started.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a big adjustment for them, especially coming from what Brady did and how the offense was for him. So, you know, transitioning to Cam is a big transition, which is why Bill Belichick walks past Robert Kraft's office every day and say, "Hey, Rob, you know, he in a good mood, win or lose," because it's like, I had our quarterback of the future. And today, I'm not going to say, I'm going to say something that Skip Bayless is going to probably say tomorrow. That he thinks Bill Belichick probably sabotaged the Patriots yesterday to try to prove a point to Robert Kraft that his boy, Jimmy G, was coming back and let Jimmy G shine, you know what I'm saying, to look good against his old team.
Man, let's get these picks in, man. I got to go. Let's get these picks in.
Okay. Go Niners. All right. Thursday night game, we got the Falcons and the Panthers.
Panthers.
Is anybody picking the Falcons?
Man, I want to go against the grain. I'm gonna go against the grain.
That ain't the game to do it.
You've been losing every week.
That ain't the game to do it.
That ain't the game.
No. That ain't the
'Cause the
game to go against.
The Panthers had a pretty good game this past game, right?
They did. They
They
did.
played the Saints.
Came close to winning.
That's
Teddy
right.
Teddy B looked pretty good. And they doing it all still without Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, Falcons this ain't the week to do it. Not to me. And y'all know I like to go against the grain. Just look at my record.
I'm going Panthers.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
already said Panthers.
Why you
I
gonna
know.
steal my Stilo, man? Oh no, you going Panthers. You going Panthers? Oh, I thought you were trying to steal my Stilo.
Nigga, please. I done told you I ain't going with Atlanta no more. Y'all, I'm only asking for y'all.
Let's go to the next one. Come back to Duran. He still thinking.
He ain't thinking.
I am, man. I'm telling you, I was gonna pick the Falcons, but I had to go with my Lions. I had to.
Okay, so who you picking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Yeah, I might do one of y'all by the end of the week, though.
I was just gonna say that. Watch you change. Watch you change it before the game.
I keep telling y'all we might as well do this on Saturday. Maybe we need to just do a recap on Saturday and go over picks again.
What? Nah.
Everybody change every week anyway.
It's only a couple of changes, but go ahead, next.
Man, every week I've been coming on here to change this.
Y'all been changing every week. Y'all been changing every week. Ain't nobody else, but y'all been changing every week.
That was I only changed this week.
The Patriots with the Bills.
Bills.
Hey, yeah. Patriots or the Bills. Let me come back to that one. I might need to wait. I might need to wait till Monday or Tuesday or something. I need to see who the starting quarterback gonna be.
All right, Titans at the Bengals.
Who you got, Ant?
Don't worry about it, y'all. I'm coming back to it, ain't it? Titans at the Bengals.
Well, I'm coming back to all of them then. What are we doing? What are we doing?
All right.
This is crazy.
So that's it. We done for the night, man.
I guess so. That's crazy.
Really, man? What?
I don't know. He mad at you for coming back, so he don't want to make no picks.
All right, man. I'm asking, do y'all want to make the picks or not? Like, if y'all want to make the picks, we can make the picks. On y'all. I'm not gonna argue with him. He want to throw a temper tantrum. Y'all said to come back to the game because y'all need to think about it, and because I won't tell my pick. He don't want to pick nothing. I'm not gonna argue about it. Either we gonna make the picks or we ain't.
Bro, he didn't say that. Only I said come back.
He did too.
Come back to me.
He did too. He did too.
On what?
Not on that. Not on the Patriots.
Yes. The Patriots and the Bills. He never made a pick. When you said
he said Bills.
He said
Bills.
Come back to that one.
He said Bills, bro.
What are you talking about?
He said Bills.
I said Bills.
I didn't
hear. Talking about?
I'm sorry. I ain't hear. I thought he said, yeah, we're going to come back to that one. That's why I'm like, coming back to it, then we can all give our picks when we come back to it.
No, I'm picking.
I didn't hear you. My bad.
I'm going to go Patriots. Man, so we can go. I'm going to go Patriots. Let's go. Who you got, bro?
I'm going to go Bills. I'm going to go Bills. All right, Titans at the Bengals.
Titans. I
I'm
want to go
going
Bengals and Burrow, but yeah, Titans too. Yeah, they can't handle them.
I'm going Bengals.
Ooh. You gonna switch that?
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I'm going.
Yeah, I already know. He's switching that later. Ain't no way.
Yeah, ain't no way in the world.
Raiders at the Browns.
Raiders. I've been talking up the Browns for several weeks, but
Ooh,
I'm going Raiders.
ooh. Mm. Raiders or the Browns? Where's that? Where's that?
It's the Browns.
It's funny how y'all having a hard time with Cleveland when I said that they was on the bubble to be contenders, and now y'all
Nah.
struggling.
Now,
Y'all
if they
struggling.
no,
I'm
no,
not
That's
if
no
they
big of a
That's
no,
That's
if they was playing a contender, I wouldn't. But they playing the Raiders. They on the same level. They up and coming teams. They ain't contenders to me, but they still both of them
So
up and coming teams.
both of them on the bubble. Okay.
Both of them are just they trying to show themselves. And the Browns.
I think the Raiders are a little better though. I think the Raiders are a little better, so I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Ooh, bro.
Huh?
I'm going Cleveland, home.
I want to, but I'm going Raiders. I'm going Raiders, man. I want to. I do.
You said
I want to
Browns
believe
5-2?
Yeah.
I know. They still ain't really played nobody for real.
Who you going with, Duran?
I'm going Raiders. I want to go Browns. I kind of do, but I'm going Raiders.
Browns is there, but they ain't won against nobody for real.
The
But
Colts,
when you get on the road,
they up and coming
when you
though.
get on the
Yeah,
road,
yeah. That's what I said. That's why
that's
they
the
on the
thing.
bubble.
everybody said that about us last year.
Yeah.
Colts at the
Ain't
line.
Colts.
Oh, you ain't picking your lines, man.
I picked them last week, baby.
All
I
team
picked
you
them last week.
You only want to pick them. They play. Only want to pick them when they play the Falcons. Huh?
Yeah, I picked them last week.
All right, we all going Colts. Vikings at the Packers.
Packers. Ooh, wait. Vikings play them real tough. That's a division game.
Division game. It's always gonna be close.
Vikings play them real tough. Ooh wee. Where's it at? Is it Green Bay or Minnesota?
Green Bay.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Packers. I'm going Packers then.
I'm gonna put us all down for the Chiefs. They play the Jets.
Yeah.
Steelers at the Ravens.
Hey, you picked the Packers too, right? You went Packers, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's a tough one. Because the Steelers have come very close to losing the last 2-3 games.
That's the game of the week, ain't it? Anything better than that? Let's come back to that one, man. Is something better than that?
Yep.
Okay.
Baltimore's on the bye this week.
You better not say these 49ers and whoever y'all playing, man.
Rams at the Dolphins.
Rams.
Bro.
Everybody. You went. Oh no, the Dolphins playing pretty good right now. But
yeah. Now the only problem with that though, they're not Fitzpatrick not starting. They talk about starting the rookie, 2-8. So that's yeah.
You Rams ain't you?
No, I'm going Miami.
I think I'm gonna go Miami too.
What?
Yeah.
After y'all see the game tomorrow, y'all switch up.
I might. I ain't gonna lie.
Who play tomorrow?
Rams and Bears.
Yeah.
Chargers at the Broncos.
Chargers. We just talked about that.
Yeah, but the Broncos have been playing pretty good defense lately, and Locke hasn't looked too bad. He's been coming up.
They play better when he's been in the starting lineup. They actually have a winning record when he's in the starting lineup. They just had too many turnovers today.
I am gonna go with Herbert though. Yeah, give me Chargers. What was the other one? Wasn't it 2 before that we did I say anything on that? Who was before the
Y'all never picked Steelers Ravens yet.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we ain't picked that one yet. We come back to that one. Who you got, Ant?
For what?
Chargers.
Yeah, we are going Chargers. Saints at the Bears.
Bears.
Yeah, I'm going Bears too because I'm just
Their defense.
Hold on. Yeah. I just said Bears. Even though that offense of the Bears is not scary, and that can make the Saints defense be all right.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's the same
Saints.
one that's the same one that beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay
All
got a
right.
really good defense.
The Bucks at the Giants. I'm gonna put us all for Bucks. All right.
Oh, definitely.
All right. Cowboys at the Eagles. I'm gonna put us all for Eagles. All right.
Nope, I'm not picking. That's a no pick for me. I'm not picking that week.
Is Dalton coming back?
You know
I
in
gotta hear
fantasy,
Dalton coming back. Is
no,
Dalton coming back?
you know in fantasy when you forget to put a play in and it's just blank. Yeah, that's me right there. It's blank. I'm not picking anything.
Careful. You gotta pick something, man.
No, I don't.
Come on, bro.
You put me for not applicable. NA.
D.
Is Dalton playing?
We don't know. He's in concussion
Yeah,
protocol, so probably not.
Protocol, man.
Probably not. They say they picked up some other dude from somewhere. It just didn't make him active this week.
Honestly, does it matter?
Yes, it does, man. It does.
It does.
It's
Why,
his third week in the system, man. Third week in the system.
He been in the system, bro. He been in the system.
No, you gotta play.
Playing.
You gotta play. It's playing. So if he not playing, then Philly.
Yeah, that's why I can't pick nothing. I can't bring myself to pick against my boys. I can't bring myself to pick against my boys, but I can't bring myself to pick for my boys.
He's just going about it another way. He's just going about it another way. Trust me.
But he picking. I can't pick against him.
I still,
but
root
I can't
for
pick
him.
for him.
I still root for him. I hope
can't
my pick is wrong.
I
hope my
can't
pick is wrong.
I can't pick for him, and I can't pick against him. So I'm NA. Not applicable.
49ers at the Seahawks. Game of the week, man.
Yeah, I'm going Hawks. I'm going Hawks.
And they're going to be salty after this loss tonight. What time they play? Where they
3
play?
o'clock.
Yes. Oh, man. Who's Sunday Night Football?
The Cowboys and the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is right.
Where they play?
Seattle.
Man.
I know you got Niners and Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
I don't know.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh. He's so mad at himself for not picking him over the Pats. There ain't no way he's going against this squad.
No. I told my brother, there's only one reason why I switched my pick to the Pats, and that's because my 2 starting safeties was hurt. Jaquiski Tartt and Jimmy Ward was both out in this game. And so I'm thinking that Josh McDaniel and that coach staff going to be like, okay, they both of their starting safeties out. We finna test this secondary deep. Cam can throw the ball deep. So we finna test them down the field. You know what I'm saying? Like my 2 corners that's starting right now are good, solid corners, but they not locked down corners. So I'm expecting them to go deep and expose my 3rd and 4th, safety. The Patriots didn't do that. So that's the only reason. If not for that, if Ward and Tartt would have been playing from the jump, I would have never switched my pick.
Who you got, Tony?
Man, I'm weighing the pros and cons right now.
I thought about that Pittsburgh while he thinking I'm going Ravens. I'm down for Ravens. Who you going
Give
for?
me Pitt.
I'm
Give me
going
Pitt on that one.
You going Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Give me Pitt on that one.
I'm going Steelers.
Although I may regret that later.
Game, if both my safeties
here we go.
is back in this game, I'm going Niners.
So it has to be both of them. So if only one of them, then you not. So what about the Niners Hawks, Tony? Why he think about that?
Man,
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
and it's in Seattle,
12,
right?
13, 14. Yep.
Yeah.
6,
Yeah,
8,
I'm gonna
10,
go with the Hawks
12,
'cause they're at
14.
I'm gonna go with
2,
the
4,
Hawks only
6,
because they're at
8,
home. I think
10,
they're going.
You going
12,
Hawks?
13.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he
I'm
going
talking about.
Hawks.
What'd
Yeah,
you
he
say?
going Hawks.
You say
Yeah,
you
he
going Hawks?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hawks because they're playing at home, and they're gonna be reeling from this loss tonight, last minute.
All right, fellas. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early in the morning.
Yeah.
No
No
did
problem,
you pick
man.
all yours? Yeah, you pick all yours, man. Yeah, everybody pick all
Yeah.
theirs.
All right, man. So appreciate y'all coming back through. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at us again next week. Tell your friends about me.